Hi. Um, so today we are going to try to make a simple game, a simple quiz with Pygame. And let's start from this code here to make some buttons. So I made this previously and I made some posts, a lot of posts about how to make buttons in Pygame. And so we want to use this code called button.py in my Git repository, GitHub repository, Pygame button, Pygame underscore button that you find in my formazione repository on GitHub. And so I want to call this one test. So let's call it test01. Py. Now I'm gonna try to make it, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it, if I can do it just in one video session here. Maybe it could take more than one. So let's go and see what I'm able to do. So as you've seen here, I can make the buttons like this one. Let's start from the main here, from the if name equal main that will start this thing. So we will start from here. We will initialize Pygame. We will use this game on that. I think it will use it somewhere. I don't know, maybe yes, maybe. Okay, and then we have this def loop that is called here. And so when we start, we initialize Pygame, go in the loop, and we will put the game on equal 1, and then we will call this button def. And let's see this one, this button definition. Okay, put your buttons here. And here we have 3 buttons, but B0, B1, and B2. And here we got written click me now, run the program, and save the file. So we will create these buttons here. These buttons are created with the class button, and the class button is up here. So this inherited from pygame.sprite, so it has some features from this superclass, and we call the superclass here. You see here we got a lot of parameters in the definite, and with colors, hover color, the style type 1, the border color, and a command that you can change. The default one is this thing that prints no command activated for this button if you don't provide the button with the command. Then we got initialization, the super initialization, the superclass, and then we have the attributes that are the text, obviously what is on the button, the command, and the colors, original colors, and foregrounds, the background color that takes that are taken from these things white and blue, the colors. So yeah, I made this thing that I don't know, it's a bit weird, but it seems nice to me to call it just black and white, black and red, you know, to define the foreground and the background color. Perhaps not the best idea, but I made it this way. Then we will see, we can change it later. This is the size, and this is the command, and you see the function for the commands are here, and on click, on run, on save, etc. And okay, so then we have all our function, or our method. Okay, at the end of the, so if it's red on green, that means that if there is well, I don't remember exactly what this is. We will see this thing later. And then we have this style, border color, the font, Then we have the self render that goes here, and render the text. Self image equals self text render. This get the surface created here with the text. So practically we here we are creating a surface with the text, and then we render the text here. So here we got the surface. We have a surface, and then we memorize the surface in the image attributes, because I think I don't know exactly everything about the Sprite superclass, but I know that he needs to have this attribute with the image to show the sprite image. So we have created a render of the text here, because with font.render we can create a font rendering with some text that we give to this one, and so that's it. We wanna create sort of, let's say, an image with this text that we gave to these attributes. Then let's go ahead. We have the from the text self-text render here that we created here, we get the position of the top left, the position where the font of the top left, that in this case I think it's still 0, and then the width and height taken from, so we can now get how the text, the image of the text that we rendered is big, its width and its height. So then we have the position here, like self x and y. We will get this. Here we got 0 and 0 because it's there is no position, there is just the width and height. Here we give to the self x and the self y the position that we give here. So we can give the rendered text a position on our window that we want to give. So we want to position it to, for example, one moment. Okay, so after we rendered this image, so we create this image with an image of the text. That will be the image of the sprite, that will be the image of the button. We will have a then we self-rect with the position here, the width and height, self position equal position, and right. Okay, and then self-rest equal 1, that I think will be used later. Then we add the 2 buttons. This is the group that groups with all the buttons. So I think that then we will, okay, we have 2 different styles to write the button, and this is these are the first type of button that draws some lines and then a rectangle to draw it, and this one instead just draw a rectangle here and then another empty rectangle for the border with gfx draw. And then when we go over the button, and if the mouse is over the buttons, it changes the color. Instead, if it's not overing, if not the collide, there is no collision, it will go back to original color, and then it will render again codes again. This one, let me run the code, see what happens. There we go. And let me see if I comment this, what will happen. Okay, it will, this one works. That is the, I think, the style number 2 instead. The first one needs to be rendered again. So we could, let me check out the style. If self-style equal 1, I don't know, let me see if self dot style is equal 1, I think it must be go like def check collision self and self dot render self dot check collision else, and let me put this one here, check collision. Okay, just to avoid making all I don't know if maybe nothing is changed, but I just you can see that I can change the cursor here and I don't know, I don't remember the name of the pointers. Let me see if this will work. No, there's no cursor code. I don't remember the name, so I will just try. Okay, but there is this strange behavior here. Okay, let's leave it like this, and okay, now let's see if we can make something like put it in question and then making it answer if true or false. Okay, so this one will be true, this one will be false, and let's use style 2 for also for this, and black and red. Let's use the same color. well, let's duplicate this. Command let's just call it true or false. Now they are on the same space. Okay, true or false. Oh, yeah, we can make what is capital of Italy. And do Rome, Paris, let's put it like a multiple choice question here. Okay, Rome or Paris? Let me on right, on false. Okay, right, wrong, right, wrong, and here we're gonna do the answer is, the answer is true, right, the answer is Paris, wrong. Okay, so all works just fine, I think. And so if I click here, we say the answer is, click on one answer. Well, the answer is it's not perfectly right because this one is a question. I can just if button I can do if self dot command not equal none self click. Okay, so the click will not work on this one. And okay, so here the hovering things will not work because this is, and I could also change something like white on black instead of the black. Okay, and maybe style equal to ten. White and black. Style equal to. But I think that okay, this will have the okay. But now I just can go here and do none and about the color. Okay, let's see it like this. Okay, now it's right. Let me make it bigger. Now if I don't want to see the border color, I just go like this. Alright, now it feels like a question. So this is Rome, this is Paris. Okay, for the moment it is very rudimental. There is no way to go forward to avoid clicking all the answer, but basically we can say that we made our code for the starting code to make a question app, a quiz app with Pygame. Thank you, see you next time.